This is FanCastic, the fancasting podcast where we fancast all your favorite characters from adult fantasy, romantasy, and fiction. I'm your host, Loretta Ann. I'm an audiobook narrator, former actress, and current Hollywood professional. This week, we finished the Empyrean Series fancasting with Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. So meet me in another realm, and let's make some magic. Hello, mere mortals. Welcome back to another episode of FanCastic. This is going to be a pretty brief intro because Kjerstin, who I'm having on for FanCasting Onyx Storm, finally we get to talk about the frustrations and the shit show and the things we liked and the things we didn't like as we FanCast Onyx Storm. Kjerstin and I have so much to say. So hang on to your butts. We have a very wily, fun cast. We do cast broccoli. Now, it's not serious, but broccoli has been cast. So yeah, I hope you love her. Him, them, they. Okay, broccoli has been cast. So we're just going to get into it. I'm bringing back Kjerstin. We're casting Onyx Storm today. Just want to say thank you to everyone who has been listening, commenting, sharing, liking the episodes. Please continue to do so. I know that the last couple weeks they haven't been consistent. Unfortunately, there's been some issues with my editing platform. They are doing updates. Good for them. I love that. I usually use Descript, and there's been issues, and I will no longer be using them for season 2, but I'm getting through the rest of season 1 and my subscription I paid for to use them. So I apologize for the delay in episodes, but that's okay. It's all right. We're learning, we're lifing, it's all good, and we're back with Onyx Storm. I appreciate all the love and support that season 1 has gotten. We had 2 more episodes of season 1. We will be finishing off season 1 after Onyx Storm here with Heir of Fire, and Adara will be back. We will be fancasting Heir of Fire in 2 parts. There are so many new characters that are introduced in that book that we are splitting it into a 2-part season finale, followed by season 2 kicking off in September. Lots of casting news has been going out about books that are slated for season 2. We do not care that the cast of Sunrise on the Reaping has been revealed. We will be doing a cast in comparison episode to the actual cast. They start production in August. I have not even had a chance to finish the book yet. It has been 5 minutes before they cast that film. Obviously, they had scripts beforehand and working in TV. I understand. I'm not happy about it, but I understand. I have chosen a podcast manager, so we will have a podcast manager for season 2. Really excited about that, as well as a social media manager. So we are growing, and we're growing because of you guys listening and interacting and supporting. And I appreciate that so, so much. Cannot wait to see where FanCastic goes. Thank you for all of the support. Let's get into fancasting Onyx Storm. And welcome, Kjerstin. Hi, Kjerstin.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, welcome back to FanCastic for your 3rd time.
I'm so happy to be here. Thrilled.
3-timers. 3-timer club. Oh my God. You're now the guest I've had the most so far.
I'm so honored.
And
so honored.
Our time will unfortunately pause on the Empyrean series, of course. We can read another book and do something else. But we don't know when we're getting another book because Rebecca Yarros said, no, I will not be working on this.
Years.
Mm-hmm.
It might be years before we're talking about this again.
And that's okay. Sort of. I'm kind of mad about it, but
I'm telling myself it's okay.
I'm telling myself it's okay, but we will be fancasting. We're here to fancast Onyx Storm. Woo-hoo. Finally, where we've talked about this book every episode and been like, we can't talk about that yet. We can't talk about that.
Save it for Onyx Storm.
Save it. We got to save it. But now we get to...
Yay.
Yay. Okay. We're just going to dive right in.
I love it.
Okay. What did we think of this book? We have strong opinions, and go ahead, girl. Go off.
No, I don't. I was so mad, just straight up mad when I finished reading the book, and I texted you because I finished before you did.
Mm-hmm.
And texted you. I was like, okay. You're like, are we sad? What are we? I was like, straight.
Right.
We're straight.
Mhm.
I mean, I want answers
Mhm.
as a reader. I want to be trusted enough to come back, to not have to leave it at such a dramatic point.
Mhm.
But mostly I want answers.
Right.
This gives us very little answers.
Do
Lots of
you
room to theorize.
feel any feeling or inclination of DNFing the series after this book? Because a lot of people I've been seeing on the bookish interwebs and the book talks and bookstagrams, a lot of people are like, I don't feel like I want to finish the series after that book because it feels like the ending was very cheap for readers that are invested. And it feels like since this was supposed to be 3 books and then was stretched into 5, this was so filler that people are like, you don't trust us enough for the series where I'm not going to trust you. I'm shocked by that. I don't think I'll not finish the series. I'll want to finish the
No,
series.
I'm too invested. I want to know.
Same.
I'm invested enough that I will definitely finish it. But like, I am annoyed.
Same. Listeners, from this point out, spoilers. You've been warned. Okay. What the
If you don't want to
fuck?
be spoiled, read the book first.
Literally, read the book. What the fuck was that ending?
I don't know. Oh, sorry.
And honestly, no, let's start from the beginning. The beginning was like...
beginning was rough.
I felt like I was... No, go
I was
ahead.
reading this book like 2 months postpartum. So I thought that maybe, like, even though I had read the other books, like a month before having a baby, I was like, maybe this baby is just killing my brain. He is. But like, I'm supposed to know all these people and I don't. So I just like rolled with it and just kept reading. I was like, I'm just going to keep reading through it. But then it turns out everyone felt that way. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of said baby. Come here.
Hey, hi, friend. I heard that you hate broccoli. I heard you hate broccoli, not the cat, but the actual vegetable.
He does. But yeah, so I thought that maybe he had just sucked all my brain cells out. And
yeah. Right.
that's why I didn't know what was going on. But it was like a lot of the book to not know what was going on and be so confused.
It was so much. I also feel like it was like a fever dream. It truly did feel like it was like, do we know where we left out? We're just picking it right back up, huh?
Yeah. And we talked about this last time, that it's a lot because it feels like it's the 3rd book, so it should be the 3rd year of school. It's what we've been like conditioned to have as readers.
Yes.
Not that it's halfway through the school year.
Right.
Right. So like
it's
when
not
you have
the Harry Potter-esque.
Most
cadence.
School-based things are like 1 book per year of school. Yes. And it's just, yeah. So that threw everyone off, I think. It was all a little disorienting.
I agree. And then there was just like characters that we were suddenly supposed to care about. And we were like, I do not. And then all of a sudden, like, we're in a war zone still. And you're like, wait,
what is happening?
What's happening? Like, I was not aware that I needed to read the last 10 chapters of Iron Flame to do this. And you had recently reread it.
Yeah.
And you still were like, I'm sorry?
What's happening? I read them in like September and October.
When this released? January. And it was like all over the place. Okay, so the beginning was insane for everybody and both of us collectively on the internet. Then the rest of the book, we get more Violet and Xaden tumultuous behavior. And it's like, guys.
Crazy.
Stop.
Well, it starts to get crazy.
It starts to get crazy because he's like, I am now Venin and I don't want to hurt you. And she's like, I
don't have a soul in her.
Right. And she's like, I need to get Dick down though. So I'm going to need you to get it together. To shut up. So it's like such a weird juxtaposition that he's like, I'm trying to take care of you and be responsible. And she's like, just bend me over. guys, what are we doing? What are we doing here? The world is at stake. And I feel like we're like, I don't get to sleep. We can't even sleep in the same bed. And I'm upset about it. We're in war right now. There's a war happening. Where's the stakes? And it just, that was confusing to me. Okay, then we get into the Isles, the travel, right? They're trying to find the Irids and Darna wants to
find her family.
Yeah. And they could be the key to figuring everything out. The Empyrean has given them permission. They were like, okay, like, figure
Let's
it out.
do it.
If you don't find anything, you come back, and that's that. That's it. And if they don't want to come and help us, then we leave it. We leave it as is. So they go. They're going through the Isles. How did you feel about that? Just the journey of, like, the different Isles.
I mean, it again felt a little lazy.
Filler. Yes.
It's like, maybe it'll come up again later. Maybe it won't.
It was very Harry Potter finding the Horcruxes journey, right?
Yes,
and that whole thing, like, was new and fun. And now it's like, okay, well, we've done that before. They're not going to find things. Now, some of them were cool. I did, like, with the luck, the god of luck, that draw, like, that was very surprising. And that's where we get Broccoli, the cat. And that's unfortunately where we lose Traeger. And it's like, boom, gone. I liked, obviously, the Isle where we meet Xaden's mom. She comes in.
Interesting.
Yes, Talia. Yeah. Seeing her and him seeing her with another kid and, like, the chocolate cake thing and that being poisoned.
That was upsetting.
So upsetting. And she didn't know. Like,
no, that whole part was painful.
It was really painful. I almost was even more mad at her that she didn't know. And I was like, are you two-bit? Like, you dumb
blinded.
Yeah.
Blinded by him being there, but you knew he was coming. It was a whole...
A bit unaware. So I found that interesting. I do think one of my favorite scenes of the entire book came out of one of the Isles, and that is the scene between Violet and Riddick.
Yes.
I loved that, where he was like, I am your friend. You have to trust me. This is bullshit. And he, like, finally calls her out on being an idiot.
Yes. Someone needed to.
Right. And it comes from someone who is generally the comic relief. And that switch was, like, really smart. And I appreciated that character development. But I think the character development of everybody else was so stagnant throughout the whole book. Except for Dane. Dane and Sloane. I think she wasn't super present, but when she was making choices.
I can see where she's going to lead, kind of, you know. She has a direction.
Yes. Yeah. I want Dane and Sloane together. Get together.
Why not?
Do it. The eyes here, I was like, excuse me.
I was like, oh.
we forgive you.
Okay.
Suddenly I forgive you, Dane. Forgiven. Okay. I think not enough happened in these Isles. And it was like, okay, cool. Nothing there. Okay, cool. Nothing there. I did like hearing more about Dad.
Yes.
And what was really going on there. So obviously there's a lot more that happened. Him and Lilith have something.
And Eric, who could not have been funnier.
Oh, God. I loved him. He was like, I don't know. I can't tell you. Just don't do this thing. And it's like.
No, I also loved Dane's, like, fumbling through translations that he's spent weeks on. And Eric's like, sit down. And they're like, why didn't you tell us you were fluent? And then your other thing was like, then you wouldn't have taken Dane.
That's so funny. It was so funny. He straight up was like,
so funny.
Real bad. Hold on, let me help you. And I was like, how do you know that?
Down.
He's literally like, I am royal. I have to.
Like, obviously, I know this.
Obviously, all these things. Like, cuts. Eric, and then we get Halden.
Yes, the intro of Halden.
Sucks. He's the worst. He's so bad.
He sucks so much.
He sucks so much. I'm now in this moment realizing I wish I would have cast, blanking on the actor's name, John Ralphio as Halden. Now I'm upset.
Shut up.
Upset.
Little
When
one.
the worst. Or he should, oh, shoot. I want to switch him for something. Okay.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I haven't even thought about him in ages. So funny. Yeah, we get hauled in and he sucks. And we find out that like he was Violet's like first heartbreak. Then he shows up and he's like, hey, remember me?
Oh, what's up, Violet?
What's up, Violet? And she was like, no, thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah.
And of course, he's like banging his like assistant that's with him.
Duh.
Like, of course. And so
Obviously, this man sucks.
She's brutally killed. And
Yes.
her head is on a platter with the lions or the tigers.
Jaguars?
Tigers?
Big cat.
Big cats.
Definitely big cat.
Mm-hmm. We'll call Carol Baskin and make sure those are in for casting. Excuse me, hello. My coffee cup is now a phone.
Carol?
Hey, Carol. I was wondering if we could use some of your cats. It's okay if they actually eat people on set. Thank you. Our budget's pretty low, so it would help with the cost of gore. Thank you. We have good insurance. We spend all our money on liability insurance. But yeah, so that's like pretty brutal, and you really get a look into how shitty he is as a human. And that's where we get bitch basket. Bro can't go on anything, so they put that
in a basket. Oh, it's so good. So good.
So,
Like stumbling out of his basket. Oh, it's funny.
And
this sequence did bring us a lot of hilarity.
Oh yeah. I do think that this book was funny.
Yeah.
I feel like Rebecca intentionally did that because we've had so much like heavy war heavy. But then all of a sudden the comedy drops and then the last half of the book is just so serious. Then we get Mira's fake death. That pissed me off.
I'm
glad she's not dead, but like if you're going to kill a main character, leave him dead.
And do it.
Then do it. Do it.
Find your George R.R. Martin balls.
Yeah.
And kill everybody.
Kill everyone. Do it. Okay. You killed Quinn. Did I go away?
No. But Quinn's a like tertiary character at best.
Right. And like we were like, oh, there's Quinn. It's good.
Like great, we cast her,
great.
but like
and it was sad. It was a sad moment of Imogen. I get that. It was like they were like besties. But then I also was like, oh wait, I thought they were in love. Were they? Is she?
Oh, they're just besties.
They're just besties. And
they're
then
just besties.
She's gone.
But but I mean, like, you kill a best friend, but you kill a secondary character's best friend. So, like, you did kill Ree.
Yeah.
You killed Imogen's best friend.
Yes.
And, like,
it does not hold the same
the
weight.
stakes are so low.
Yes. And I think Rebecca is she acts like she does not care what the fandom thinks.
But she does.
She does. She cares so much. Otherwise, she would have left Mira dead.
Yeah.
She immediately was like, I can't do that. I'm going to lose people. Well, I think you're going to lose people for the lazy ass ending of erasing Violet's memory. Her and Xaden are now married. Xaden is...
What?
Xaden, who's missing? Xaden's missing. Dane is missing.
No, Dane is there, I thought.
Is Dane there? Okay.
Garrick's
missing. Bodhi.
Riddick's
missing.
Bodhi's missing.
Bodhi's missing. Imogen's there because she's erased her memory.
Imogen's
She's got the ring on her finger. Oh, Brennan is there. He's the one that's like...
Where have you been?
So yeah, we get that crappy ending. Leaves us wondering, like, what's going on with Brennan? What did we mean by the new brother, Berwyn and Theophany?
Sure, let's go with it.
Theophany.
Sounds better than Theophany.
Theophany. Yeah. Anyways, that one. Mm-hmm. Like talks about the new brother, and it's like, is that someone who has newly been created? Is somebody else? Do we think the theories are Brennan might be Venin and has it under control, or Naolin was his lover, and there's a whole thing, and
Naolin is Berwyn.
Berwyn, and
there's a whole lot.
Right.
Whole lot. So like the theories are endless.
For sure.
Endless.
And the latest from Rebecca's most recent interview. She was at the LA Festival of Books. I did try to go. I couldn't get a ticket. It sold out immediately, and I was not going to wait in line. She did say, someone asked who the brother, who else has turned, and she said, pay attention to who is missing. I don't believe her.
I mean, the dragons can lie, so why can't Rebecca?
Right.
No, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to me.
She hasn't even written it.
She hasn't written it.
She said that she doesn't know.
She has no idea. So, she started to plot it out. I understand that there's probably a storyboard. And
big plot points, yeah.
Right. But, come on. Don't bait us if you don't know. I'm also just annoyed with her in general, and I think we've talked about this, that she's really acting like she's the Taylor Swift of books. She's, you have seen her sort of change already from Fourth Wing releasing into now Onyx Storm, where everyone is so crazed over the series that I feel like she's got a bit of an ego, and that worries me for the rest of the book. Like, go ahead, be a cuckoo person like Pierce Brown at Enemies and Lovers, and he's an asshole.
Sure.
He's really rude. I don't know if have you read Red Rising, or has Danny?
Oh, I have read Red Rising.
Yes. Okay. So he's the author of Red Rising.
Oh.
And
it's a series.
It's a series. I will be DNFing the series. I
didn't finish it either.
Yeah. I read Red Rising and I started Golden Sun, and I'm stopping purely because, well, also it's like boring. Like, I'm bored with it.
I read like 4 of them. I read to like the conclusion, what I thought was the conclusion of the series, and then I found out there was more, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
But from like halfway through the first book, I was like, why am I reading this?
Yeah,
why am I doing this to myself?
It was more sci-fi than I usually like. So Pierce Brown sucks. And I'm going to just say this on the podcast. I don't even care. He did not have a booth to sell any books. Weird.
Seems strange.
Strange. He did like a Q&A, and I guess he was like fun on the Q&A. There was a girl that was making friendship bracelets at the same table as Tabitha, and she wanted to get another picture with him because their first picture didn't turn out very well. And so they were like, just go ask him. And he literally said, I've been contracted for 90 minutes and I've been here for 2 hours. No. All right. People paid to see you. He didn't. There was a whole market of authors selling their books, self-published authors, different like bookish vendors and stuff. He did not walk around to talk to anybody, introduce himself, to be there, to see the space. He was like there for his signing, there for his Q&A, and left. He was like the nicest to 2 corgis that were dressed as Tiernan and Donna, which was really cute. So cute,
adorable.
By the way. So cute. The most egotistical, entitled bro, because what, your book is now finally getting some traction when it was released in 2014.
It's old. Yeah.
It's old. Your book is old, and it sucked until now.
Wasn't that good?
It's not been good. And it's only good now because boys are trying to be like, I want to read books now too. It's the hot thing to do. Let me read this boy book. And it sucks.
It's very much a boy book.
It's a boy book. And it's the same as the Red Queen. Now, to be fair, the Red Queen came out afterwards and it kind of did steal it a bit. And now Powerless is the same story as Red Queen. Everybody's just copying each other. Like, it's what everyone's doing. It's all class system, blah, 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 blah. Like, makes me so mad. Anyways, we're so off topic.
Fair.
Okay.
We are. Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. Rein it in. Okay, so Onyx Storm. That was a crappy ending. We get to meet more of like the Venin people. Theophany is talking a lot more to Violet and kind of telling her, she's giving her a lot of options. She's trying to be like, there's like this thing with Dune and this dedication stuff, and like, what's your silver hair mean? La 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 la. She's trying to like bait her a little bit. We find out that Violet is basically her like counterpart, or her mom was Theophany's counterpart.
She thinks that Theophany's a lightning wielder, but she's not. She's a storm wielder.
She's a storm wielder, and she is the balance of her mom Speaking of balance, we get a new minor character who has now manifested the shadows like Xaden has because his power is gone and there needs to be a balance.
Okay.
Tell me your
I
thoughts
don't
on
want to
that.
complain too much about this series, which I have enjoyed reading and will finish.
100%. Yeah.
But like,
and we love the characters. We do.
We do like the characters.
We wouldn't be casting them if we didn't love them.
No, we wouldn't be sitting here on this podcast talking about them for as long as we have if we didn't like them and enjoy them. So
yes.
Saying all that, I'm also really annoyed that as we go through the series, like it's one thing to like learn new information in a series, but it feels like we've had a new idea of what the Venin are and should be throughout the series, because like the Venin were unable to wield anything other than lesser magic in Fourth Wing. And then all of a sudden they can wield signets. And now we talk about this balance of magic. And like, it's one thing to build on a story, but it feels like I'm tacking a new idea on to something that's very confusing to me.
Yeah. It feels like it's a little bit flying by the seat of our pants of like, okay.
Oh, but I said that this was absolutely how it worked.
Yeah. And now, we're just
that's not going to work
more.
For me. Yeah.
Just, I feel like every time she adds a new idea, she just tosses it into like Jasenia's pile that she discovered.
Yeah.
She's like, Jasenia discovered this now. So
Jasenia read a thing about it?
Yeah. And the dragons lie. So they were lying. All right. It's lazy. It feels lazy.
It does feel lazy.
And it's okay if she were to admit like, yeah, okay, I changed the idea.
I thought that this would be better.
I want it to be meatier,
I realized that this needed to be true. And so I made that true.
Yes.
Not, it was true all along.
Yeah. And it's like, bullshit. No, it wasn't. We're not stupid.
Doesn't feel like it was.
Don't treat your readers like they're dumb.
They're dumb.
Don't. Give us recaps. We like that. That's good. Don't just throw us into a battle and be like, remember? It's like, you expected us to be smart about that, and then you think we're dumb about everything else. And it's like, no, we're reading between the lines of everything else because we've learned that. Yeah, it is frustrating. Very frustrating. So I think overall, that's a good word for this book. It was a frustrating book for, I think, a lot of people. Definitely for us. And so we're going to cast it. And I think my frustration has sort of shown in the wiliness of who I've casted.
Excellent. Okay, well, but before we start, I do think, and we didn't talk about this for Fourth Wing because our Fourth Wing cast was perfect. Right. I think we have made a mistake.
Okay.
In Iron Flame.
Okay, bring forth your... yes.
I think that we should have gone with your car.
Oh, with John Slattery.
John Slattery. Because I think Aidan Gillen is a better Daddy Atos.
Okay. Do we want...
And we talked about that.
I think we did.
We talked about that and we were like unsettled about it. And now I've sat with it for a few weeks and I'm like, no.
We want to change it?
We were wrong. Okay. I think so.
Okay. Because, and you'll see who my Daddy Atos option is.
Okay.
Which I'm not fully sold on.
Okay.
I think that there is a father-son likeness similarity of
with Justice Smith.
With Justice Smith. But as we had talked about, Mom can be a person of color. And also,
absolutely,
this is a fictional
fantasy
series.
World.
Who cares? I don't care. What if he was adopted? I don't give a shit.
Maybe he was. I don't know.
I don't need it to make sense to me. I just need the characters to
fit.
I need them to inhabit. So, okay.
So that's what I think. So, like, let's go through the cast.
Something to note. Okay.
Something to note.
I'm going to... Do you want to go first?
I'll go first, yeah.
I'll have you go first because we know who maybe your choice is going to be then for Daddy Atos because I believe he's our first one anyways. And I'll have you go first.
Here we go.
And here we go.
So we do start. So I think that we got it wrong, like I just said.
Okay.
So I have cast Aidan Gillen as Daddy Atos. It feels more, I thought about it more, I sat with it more, and I was like, you know what? I don't think there's anything redeemable about this man.
I don't.
So And Car is just like this much redeemed. So
yeah, I appreciate the correction. Obviously, I'll show you mine
we'll
and
make
we
the
can
final
discuss.
call. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming forward saying, I think we made a mistake.
I think
we
we
should
were
fix
wrong.
this. Let's reevaluate, which we can
Perfect.
always do.
Yeah, absolutely. These
Also,
are
I have to say
our
that
game.
I think the graphics on this one is my favorite so far.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Like the lightning.
I'm like pretty proud of it.
It's pretty great.
It's my favorite.
All right. I also, as we all know, am a vibes-based caster. So it did get a little wily in here.
Good.
So
Thank
we'll see.
God.
We'll see.
Okay.
So here's my Augustine Melgren, which isn't wily. I just needed a big scary guy. So I have picked Josh Brolin.
Oh, okay, I have to say that our Melgrins are basically wearing the same outfit.
That's hilarious. Well, as
So
we all know, that's what Augustine Melgren should be wearing is a
Correct.
brown leather moto jacket.
He's got the beard. Oh, I like Josh Brolin because what's he doing?
He's not busy.
He's not busy.
He's, he can do the big, scary, intimidating. I believe that he is a general. I believe that he can kind of like creepily see the future.
Absolutely. Great choice.
Thank you.
Strong choice.
There were other people I was mulling over, but
for sure,
this is where I landed. Ready?
I like him better than mine, I think. But yes.
For Theophany, I have Anna Camp, who I thought would be hilarious.
Not projectile vomiting, pitch perfect girl.
Yes, projectile vomiting, pitch perfect girl.
She would be an excellent Moore option too.
Ooh, she would be an excellent Moore option also. But I just in this world where Anna Camp is Theophany is a bit more of a mean girl bitch.
She's a bitch.
Like scary.
She's like straight up a bitch. Like she's like, hey, I'm here again. Do you like want to talk to me?
Like she's way more bullying and taunting than she is like creepy and scary.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked that energy.
She's described as beautiful. Like she's
stunning.
And
Anna Camp is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, and also, but like with the veins. Ooh. Damn, dude, your cast is so strong.
Thanks.
I love her. I love her. And
fun.
I'm also sitting here being like, why the fuck didn't I think of you for more either? God damn it. We were stuck.
There's so many people.
We picked a nobody. We don't know her. I think we've made a mistake and we need to reissue an apology for that one too.
All right.
Excellent. She's not doing much either. She's done not projectile vomit.
Not projectile bitch perfect girl. Yeah, it's perfect.
So funny.
For Halden, I know how you feel about your choice, but I've picked Aaron Taylor Johnson.
This is a good one though too.
I thought that he kind of just like my Eric or like our Eric. Yeah. But also like feels like a douchebag.
Yes.
So sorry, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
No, I think this is a strong choice. This is very strong. I picked Aaron Taylor Johnson for Cassian because I didn't know who I wanted for Cassian, and I just threw him in there. But his I feel like we don't.
I see that.
Did you see Bullet Train?
I did not see Bullet Train.
He's in Bullet Train, and he's this kind of like smug kind of character, and it's really interesting because I don't feel like he gets to play those characters. He's just like big action bro.
Yeah. And
it would be really fun to see him be a bitch in Bitch Basket. I would love to see
being like toted around in Bitch Basket.
Yeah. And like, you're like, this guy, this is funny. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. I also thought of Jeremy Allen White as an option. I was thinking of too. And then I was like, he's busy with the bear. We've seen enough of him. I love every time Aaron Taylor Johnson pops up.
Also very
so hot. Please leave your very old wife. I'm sorry. Not for me, just like
in general.
Just for you, womankind. Man. Like I want better for you. You were groomed.
Okay. So for Drake, I picked Nicholas Hoult. I think he's a cutie, which is hilarious because I think of him mostly from Mad Max Fury Road when he is definitively not a cutie, but also definitely a cutie.
Yeah.
But adorable.
Oh,
Like,
I love
love
him. Okay, I really like him. Now, I love the actor I picked for Drake.
Okay.
I just love him as an actor.
Sure.
But
I was picturing Nicholas Hoult like ribbing on Mira and like buddy with Kat and all of that. And
yes.
It was,
yes.
I thought he went well with our Kat and Serena.
Yes, I agree. As like cousins, like
Yeah.
right?
They don't have
They're
to look
cousin.
exactly alike.
No, and I feel like he would be like of that kind of a little bit privileged family.
Sure.
With a title. Did you watch The Great? He's so fucking funny. He's a nightmare in it. He's a nightmare human being. His acting is so good in it. Him and Elle Fanning, but him and Elle Fanning like off of each other. So good. And like he is just a bratty little tyrant. It would be nice to see him like powerful.
On his little grip. So for Traeger, I have picked, I'm so sorry. I listened to him pronouncing his name so many times, but Tholo Maridueña, who was the Blue Beetle.
And he's in Cobra Kai.
He's adorable. And so I was just imagining this like cutie pie eventually wooing. And I really liked that.
I gotta tell you, I'm really mad. I had him
No.
for Traeger, and I changed my mind at the last minute. And I was like, I don't know.
He's a little young.
But younger. Huh. He's in Cobra Kai, though. He's done combat stuff. He was in Blue Beetle. He is a great actor. We actually almost cast him as Ernie Diaz in 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but we figured that Ernie Diaz needed to be a little bit older to make it kind of creepy in the book. Did you read 7 Husbands?
Yes, but like a really long time ago.
He's her first husband that she basically uses as a meal ticket. She meets him in Washington Heights, Harlem area.
That's right.
But I really like him as Traeger because Traeger does have the long brown hair. Yeah. I know
but he's also got like healing skills, and so like I could see that side of him too.
Right. And who are we gonna be? We're gonna be seeing Kat like getting together with him, and then he gets shot with an arrow and is dead immediately.
I would be really sad.
I would be very sad. I would too.
So,
I'm so mad. I should have kept him in there. I just was like, I'm gonna do something weird.
So for Takaris,
how dare you?
I have Brendan Fraser.
How dare you?
Because who doesn't love Brendan Fraser? And not that we love Viscount Takaris. Like, do we like him? Is he a cool guy? I don't think so. But I love Brendan Fraser. So
I'm obsessed. Yours is better than mine. Mine's fun.
Excellent.
God damn it. Can you imagine?
I can. Yep. A little bit of meanness in him.
And just kind of a little cuckoo. He's off his rocker a little bit. And he hasn't gotten to do anything like that, right? Because now,
he hasn't.
Now that he's back, we had the whale, and we're so glad. And he's gotten to do more like a softer character. He kind of like easing him into things. But let's bring back a little bit of the Mummy Brendan Fraser. Or what's that? The hell one. I'm blanking. But that Brendan Fraser. Let's bring him back a little bit if he is willing to do so. Oh, damn. So good.
I know, he's such a cutie.
He's there with a Pedro Pascal. Can do no wrong.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, can do no wrong. He's not been in anything yet, so I love him.
Yep.
I love him. I would fully accept.
Okay, so King Courtland, I have gone with Ashton Sanders. The thing that really struck me about Court here is that he was younger than expected and just a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that Ashton Sanders could pull the heel off with his big cats.
Fucking cats, and he's just weird.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, let's have a nice dinner.
And ruthless.
Amazing. I could see him like sitting at the end of a table with like a bunch of rings on
Oh, yeah.
and his like cats.
Doing one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's where I went with that.
That's a really good one. Has he not been in anything since
Or
Moonlight?
I think he has, but the Moonlight, I think, was his biggest
Oh, yeah.
situation.
nominated,
he was
correct?
in something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think... Did he win? He was nominated, and he was like... broke a record, I think, for being young, but I don't think he won.
I don't think so.
He probably should have, but, you know, those are still the early days where the fucking Academy is racist as fuck. Yeah, I said it. The Academy is racist.
They know it.
Mm-hmm. They're well aware, and they don't care at all.
No, they like it that way. It's
yeah,
a
they
feature,
like it
not
that
bug.
way, and it's all virtue signaling. And they're like, look, our host it's diverse. And you're like, oh, okay. Sure. Whatever.
Sure, Jan.
Sure, Jan. I think that's a great choice. And I like that, yeah, he's younger than they think he's going to be. And they're like, oh my God, wait, you're like our age.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's part of like, they're like, oh, maybe we're like on a peer level. And then it's like, oh no, you're fucking crazy.
Hard pass.
Yeah, just kidding. Get the hell out of here. He was going to kill them all. He didn't give a shit.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Oh, that would be so fun to see him do something evil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so for Talia, I have down Tandy Newton.
Oh my God, she never even crossed my mind.
That was silly of you.
That was silly of me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so walk me through your process of her. Is it just vibes, or is it because he describes her eyes and like how the dark around her eyes and long dark hair and
I mean, it's a little bit that. It's a lot vibes. And thinking of our Zayden, they, I feel like.
Yes.
Like, those two go together.
Correct. I agree.
Enough that, like, we haven't even talked about casting Fen. Because I don't think it would make sense, but that we don't even have to. Like, these two go together so well that, like,
100%.
Who cares who Fen is?
You know who I want Fen to be? I'm blanking on his name right now, and I should know because it's my show. The dude from SWAT.
Shamar Moore?
Shamar Moore. What? To be Shamar Moore. Wouldn't that be sick?
I love it.
Like,
that's
get
hilarious.
him out of the police procedurals and put him
in a fantasy world.
And then take him out. But, wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
I like fun. He needs to do something else.
He does need to do something else.
God, every time they say SWAT is ending, now I don't want it to end because it was one of our shows. However, every time it says it's ending, all of a sudden they're like, it's back.
Surprise!
Let him go. I mean, he is the whole producer. He's the whole reason it's still going.
Yeah.
This man is like, this is my job security. I get it, but I think he would be so funny.
Yes, I really like it.
Okay, great. I love her.
Yeah.
Tandy Newton,
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know, right? I think of her in Westworld.
Westworld is, that's the biggest thing, but I feel like she was in something. I mean, she was more like a 2000s era. She was in,
here, what you might be thinking of is The Last of Us. Now, Tandy Newton is not in The Last of Us, but her daughter, who has her exact same face, is Sarah.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then we got more Westworld people in there now, and it's like a little confusing. It's like HBO, please. Like,
well, Westworld doesn't exist anymore, so
true.
We can cast them all again.
I forgot that she's in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes,
and she's
Crash.
I just like want to give her this because holy shit, she needs a revival. She needs a revival. I think she's perfect.
Excellent.
Great choice.
All right. For Leo and the Dragon, I have chosen Hugh Jackman.
Now, Hugh Jackman is also in my cast.
As Broccoli.
He is Broccoli. Thank you. Spoiler, Kjerstin. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You're not supposed to look at my slides.
Sorry.
Okay, he's also in my cast.
That's amazing.
So, hilarious. Seeing him. I'm actually seeing him at the Hollywood Bowl in a couple weeks.
I am always happy to see Hugh Jackman.
I love Huge Jackass. I mean, Hugh Jackman.
I don't know why I can't call him anything other than Huge Jackman,
Because
but like here we are.
It's spelled like huge. Like, I mean, it's spelled like Hugh, but Hugh is like huge, and it's just kind of a weird name, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't do Huge Grant. I would never
Because you
call
know
him
what?
Huge Grant.
Huge Grant isn't huge. He's medium.
That's true.
It's,
That's a good point. That must be it.
I think that's it, is because Huge Grant is like ripped Wolverine. Like, he's hot. He's kind of medium.
Okay, fair enough.
Love. Okay, I
Good
like
point.
him. Vibes. It's off of vibes.
Yeah. And
voice.
like, I like his voice. And if they could somehow shoehorn Leothin into singing, that'd be cool too.
And I feel like they could, you know, he's got
Why not?
He's got swirly horns. Yes.
I could see him being Andarna's,
Mental.
uncle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
I'm
know?
like, I'm gonna bring you into this, and then she's like, you guys, just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
I like.
all right.
Excellent.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, is this broccoli?
Broccoli. It's the last one. Ready? Are you ready?
I'm taking a minute because I know it's gonna be cuckoo bananas because I literally just put a cat.
You told me to. But I want Rachel Dratch a la the episode of 30 Rock where she keeps popping up in that purple costume. You know?
Oh. I feel like I need like a standby because I have died. I am dead.
Lori is flatlining right now. Sorry,
I am
guys.
flatlining right now. What the I love it. I love it. I don't care how they do it. CGI, AI, voiced care. Throw some ears on that bitch. I do not give a fuck. Make it Rachel Dratch, but also
Make it
this
happen.
makes me want Rachel Dratch as Andarna now.
Yes. I'm in.
Oh my God.
I'm 100% in.
Hilarious.
Elle's busy.
Hilarious. I love that. She's just, as a cat, it's Rachel Dratch. It's Debbie Downer.
Rachel Dratch has a
from
cat.
30 Rock. What was her character where she just keeps showing up?
She just keeps showing up. She's like tons of different characters in 30 Rock, but there's one specific episode where one of them is either high or
and she just keeps
really
showing
hungry
up.
or something like that, and she just keeps showing up in this like purple costume. Like they're imagining her being there. It's great.
Oh my God. What a way to end your cast.
Thank you.
This is why broccoli's at the end.
So that's my cast.
Obsessed. What if broccoli becomes Venom? Can you imagine like cat and all of us would buy into it. We'd be like, yeah, sick.
If the Venom should win.
This looks so great. I like how everyone is also kind of wearing the same colors and the backgrounds are like all the same colors.
All the same.
It was like very vibey. I see it. Well, you have some really strong ones, so I now have to follow that up, which is hard. Here we go.
I'm so excited.
All right. My frustrations will be coming out now. My first person for Daddy Atos, I have Michael Ealy, who you will know from the Barbershop series way back when. They have the same fucking jawline. And I could see it. And so it depends on who mom would be.
It's a strong choice there, Lori.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. I did some digging. I was doing side by sides. I was doing some height comparisons. I feel like the look similarity is there. And I thought, depending on the element of like her strained friendship with Dane, right? And like maybe now that Daddy Atos is like awful, it's harder for her to connect with Dane because she sees kind of similar follow the rules. And I can see like why Dane is a product of person. So I'm not going to lie. I almost went with Will Smith also because I was like, just let's get crazy and who's a little unhinged right now. And that would be Will Smith. So yeah, Michael Ealy I thought was an interesting choice. He's also 51, which is like crazy to me. I was like, no way. He was in The Intruder with Dennis Quaid and Megan Good.
Okay.
I think that came out in like 2020 or something. But
I love it.
I still really like our originally talked about plan too. Just character development wise. Agree. Okay. Now, let's get crazy.
Oh God, I'm so ready.
My Melgren. We have Huge Jackman.
Huge Jackman.
Wearing the same outfit as Josh Brolin.
Yes, romantasy. Perfect.
Perfect. I thought of him as Melgren. Same reason. Scruffy. Like, I mean, this is literally him from Logan.
Yeah.
This is
I recognized it
from Logan. But that is how I picture Melgren.
I kind of love it.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and I like Josh Brolin though too. I think both. Like,
yeah,
I like them both.
Huge here isn't quite as scary,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane to say because Logan is not a nice movie.
No, and I was like, I almost did like a full Wolverined out thing, but I was like, then I feel like I'm casting
It's
Wolverine.
too
But we
far,
know that Huge can
do it. He's certainly got range.
Yeah, and can be evil, and he's big. He's huge, right?
He's huge, yeah.
So I think he would be the man who has seen the wars and knows all the things and can see the future and can do all this stuff. So I thought he was very interesting. But I really do like your choice of Josh Brolin too, because I'm all for like reviving careers.
Feels a little bit more like he could lead an army. Like I believe Josh Brolin a little bit more as a general.
I agree. I see Huge Jackman as the not the evil but the hard battle, whatever, no feelings type of thing. But I see Josh Brolin as a calculated, experienced general. Yes. So I agree with you there. So I told you, he showed up.
I love it.
Okay. So not so crazy, but this is where it gets crazy.
Okay, great.
Okay. I found the perfect photo, by the way.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
I've never been more proud of myself for who my theophany is. It is Lady
It is a
Gaga.
perfect photo. That's a perfect photo.
In a purple robe, like,
great.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Have always thought of her. Her name is Stephanie. So I think that is where my brain has picked it up. Long silver hair, crazy makeup, crazy dresses.
Yes.
She's an
see
actress.
It. I know why you went there.
I completely went there. I knew immediately from the beginning of the series, the first time we ever met her, I was like, if this is ever an adaptation, I really want Lady Gaga in there. She absolutely ruined the Joker 2. Well, I don't think she did. I think the concept of Joker 2 was terrible. She is lovely in American Horror Story Hotel. That is truly one of my favorite characters. I've got those vibes, this like powerful, kind of bitchy thing. So that is my theophany. Lady Gaga in the most perfect picture.
Yes, it is perfect. We're not going to say anyone's name correctly here.
No,
that's not what we're about.
I'm not here for that. Come for me. I don't care. 14 people who listen to this. My Halden. Patrick Schwarzenegger.
But will he be able to drink some protein shake?
The douchiest douche of them all. The douchiest douche of them all. Who knows? I just, watching White Lotus, I immediately was like, you are Halden energy to me.
This is perfect.
The crappy, I think he looks like, who do we pick? What's his name? Leo? No, not Leo Suter. Is it Leo? No, it's not.
I don't remember
I forget his name.
Why can't I remember his name?
I don't remember either.
I could pull it up.
You can. But they looked similar.
They do.
And I think when we were casting Iron Flame, I was like, okay, I really want him as like he's just so.
Yeah, you were like, I have someone. And I was like, all right.
And I think he would be perfect. And he's a nepo baby, though I'm trying not to fault him that much for it. Because he did do really good in White Lotus.
He was so good in White Lotus.
You watched the whole thing now, right? That moment, there's very few moments snotty white boys make me cry on television. that moment on the beach where he sees that, she healed something in him.
Yes.
And you can see it on his
It's
face.
beautiful.
And that's where I went, okay, I don't care that you're a Nepo baby. You're a good actor. You're a very good actor.
I agree.
So I was like, sold.
Yeah.
I mean, there was other moments that I was sold. I mean, the dude went on a journey in that
Yeah,
series.
he went through some shit.
But
Yes.
that was the moment where I was like, oh, sick. He can have a redeeming arc. And I think maybe we might want that for Halden. We don't know. We might want that. And I think he can play that. So he is my favorite choice.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. And I think they could be related.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Similar. All right. Next. This is my Drake.
Oh, wait. This picture reminded me. Can we get Jason Mendoza as Drake? This picture is Jason Mendoza energy.
Yes.
Manny Jacinto? Oh my god, wait. Wait. And then he just like rolls in.
Sup?
It's one time in Jacksonville.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Could we?
Sorry, it's this picture. Okay. It's this picture. You've picked a picture.
He's only 37.
He's supposed to be older.
Oh my god, he would also kind of be funny as the king.
Ooh.
We're on fucking things up. Okay.
Sorry.
We're gonna bring him back for something. We're gonna bring him back for something. Okay.
We'll figure out a way to get Jason Mendoza in here.
Damn. Ooh. Shit. Okay. This is Milo Manheim.
Mm-hmm.
I have waited to cast this boy. He is in School Spirits. The actress Peyton List, who I put as my Quinn. Mm-hmm. He is such a good actor. He's very tall. So he's 6'2". I know that Drake is described as tall. He's got dark hair, a little bit longer. Some of the fan art kind of looks like this. And so I do think he had a little bit of a similar look to our Serena and Kat, who is Camilla and Vanessa Hudgens. Looks like they could be cousins. However, I love Nicholas Hoult. So it's hard for me to say either way. It's hard.
It's a tough one.
I do think he can fit into other characters too. He's around the same age as most of everybody else that we've cast. Okay. So if Drake is supposed to be a little older, this might not be the right choice. But I love him as an actor. And you're totally right. This is just...
It's a Jason Mendoza picture. It's just
100%. Like, he's just like, hey guys, what's up? Oh, I love that.
My 60-person dance crew.
Yes. Obsessed. That's so funny.
Dance resolution. We
resolve
to dance.
Resolution. We resolve to dance. God, I love that show. Darcy Carden was just at the opening of a show at Pasadena Playhouse, like down the street from me. And I was like, oh, I love you.
Janet.
Janet. Hi there. Okay. My next is Traeger. And I almost went with yours. And then the last minute, I went with this dude. Christopher Briney. I was like, I am just going to kind of go with like a little bit of a wild card. Longer he has shoulder length brown hair. He's supposed to be. He is in The Summer I Turned Pretty. So he's known from that. And he played, what's the character's name? October 3rd from Mean Girls in the Mean Girls movie musical.
Glen Coco?
Not Glen Coco.
Glen Coco. All I can think is Glen Coco. Yes, but the boy. The boy.
I'm so blanking. What a bad millennial I am. Aaron Samuels.
Yes, Aaron Samuels.
Aaron Samuels. He plays Aaron Samuels. He was the incorrect choice for Aaron Samuels. Yeah, but I thought for this, like, he's kind of just there. I wouldn't be that sad, though. I would be sadder with Zolo. So I like yours better.
He's just so cute.
Yeah, he's so cute. I like yours better. And I think it would be like...
devastated.
Yeah.
Devastated.
This I would be like, you're kind of a newer character. I'm not really close to you on this. I don't feel like there's a lot of... I mean, granted, I'm sure he could do that.
Of course.
But I do think he's in the Jacob Elordi realm, right? Like, I feel like he's in that kind of realm. And that's, like, he could have been an Eric. He could have been a Halden. I don't think he's a Griffin flyer. I don't think so.
I agree.
So I wish I would have stuck with my choice because we would have had the same. And I'm sad
You
about
were
that.
correct.
Son of
you
a
were
bitch.
correct.
So
the first time, your first instincts.
Yes, but we're going to lock in solo, I think, at this moment, because I agree.
Excellent.
Okay, next. My Viscount is...
Ooh,
I put Antonio Banderas.
I love it.
I was thinking just like with the family.
I love Antonio Banderas.
I love him too. And now I was like, then I was going back with, could he be Melgren? He could be a Melgren. It could be interesting, but I don't think he's strong enough to do that. I do see him as more of like a titled person.
Yeah.
In like the political side of things. And I just would love to bring Antonio Banderas into the mix.
I love it.
But you put in Brendan Fraser. So what am I supposed to do?
Can I tell you who my second place person was?
Yes.
Jack Black.
What about Jack
Then I
Black?
decided to go a little more sincere.
Oh my God. Okay. I have a thought though.
Okay.
For Jack Black, but we can't get there yet.
Okay.
We can't get there yet because I got to show you who my Leo Finn is.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
I think he might be the middle ground.
Ooh, okay.
Jack Black might be the middle ground. Okay.
Okay.
Because I went off the deep end.
Great. That's my favorite.
I'm going crazy. So anyways, yeah, I thought him as Viscount Dracarys.
Dracarys. It's not that.
Yeah. Dracarys. Dracarys. Antonio Banderas. I think he would just be,
I like it.
Cute as an option. Okay. Next. I have King Courtland as Remy Malek.
I like it.
Crazy.
I see it.
I think
I see why you went there.
Yes. I was like, they see him as younger. He can play younger. I could see like the rings and like kind of like he's got the weird teeth and things that they would kind of be like, what's your deal? But I also kind of see him as one of the twin warriors. We didn't put them in here, but like maybe him and someone else could be someone from one of the isles where they worship the gods or something. I do think he belongs in this series somewhere. We're just not sure yet. But I like your King Courtland choice so much better. Younger. Like we said, we could already see him at the end of the table kind of doing his thing, his being a little evil. Like cool, calm, cool, collected
so cool.
evil.
Yeah.
And that, yes. So Remy, but he's a fun choice to throw in there.
Yeah.
All right.
I see why you went there.
Right.
Got it.
I need a little cuckoo. Now, Italia is Vanessa Williams. She might be respectfully too old based on the timeline. The new child who's about 8 or 9, I believe. I don't think she's wrong. I don't think she's the best choice though. But I also was going off of Reggae Gene Page. We always say Renee, but his name is Reggae. His name's Reggae. It's like reggae, but it looks like Reggie, but we think it's Renee. So yeah, I thought she was an interesting option. I know that he describes her eyes a lot, and she has like these big poppin' green eyes. And so I think that she was an interesting option. And I saw her in Devil Wears Prada, the musical, and I liked her a lot. And we love her in Ugly Betty. All right. I think we're getting the weird territory now, where I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Yep. So
I thought about it.
My Leo Finn I put as Adam fucking Sandler. But specifically Adam Sandler that showed up.
Yes.
At the Oscars?
At the Oscars. Yeah. We don't want regular Adam Sandler.
No. I think he's wise and a little weird. And if anyone's going to deviate from...
No, I love it.
So
I'm in.
Now, Adam Sandler...
In between Adam Sandler and Hugh Jackman is, in fact, Jack Black.
Jack Black.
I think you're right.
Is the middle ground. I do think Jack Black is a great option. So I don't hate it. However, could Jack Black be Talia's husband?
Yes.
I think so, right? Isn't he described as like short and...
Yes. Ferris?
Ferris.
Is his name Ferris?
Yeah, Ferris. Not Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Like the wheel.
Mm-hmm. I want to pull up his description. I think he might be... Now, I think he's supposed to be bald. That's fine. Ferris, along with his wife, Talia, come to the beach. Early life. Who cares? This is the description. He has a toothy smile, and his hair bears 2 strips of silver amid red curls. His pale eyes have turned purple due to a mineral called Village Rite. There is no other indication of what he looks like.
Perfect.
Could we see Jack Black with like kind of reddish curly hair and a little off his rocker and like, hello, welcome to my aisle.
The other two like to wait on ceremony, but I wanted to come down to the beach to say, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? And then he's evil.
Yes.
And plotting.
I love it.
So that's where my like two thought was like in between these two. However, if we really like Adam Sandler and we want to keep Adam Sandler.
We do.
Okay.
Sorry, Huge.
Sorry, Huge. You're not in the series yet. You could show up somewhere else. Maybe he's Berwyn. No, he's got to be younger. Never mind. Maybe he's somebody else. Okay. Maybe he shows up elsewhere. Our additional character will be Ferris. We will throw him in, and that is going to be Jack Black. And our Leofin is Adam Sandler.
I love it. It's fantastic.
It feels right.
Yes, it does.
Weird, but wise. And, you know, he's like, why am I going to listen to you? I think I can help you.
Yes.
It's like Andarna's Timothy Chalamet. And, and Adam Sandler is somehow taken a liking to him.
Love it.
And that's where my head is at.
I'm in.
Okay. Amazing. And I believe last but not least is Broccoli. I've gone with Taylor Swift's cat from Cats. Now, my options were the AI cat that's like all over Instagram. And I said, nah, I don't support AI.
Correct.
Then it was maybe the cat from Aristocats that is orange that goes. But then I was like, no. Then I did consider one of the big cats from Tiger King, but I don't know which are still alive anymore. So I felt I needed to get specific with the cat. Now I wanted to do James Corden's cat.
Obviously.
But does not fit the description. So the orange cat with green eyes, sans Broccoli, is Taylor Swift's cat, who I don't even know that character's name because I don't care about this musical. It sucks.
What are you talking about? They were very detail-oriented, Lori. That's your favorite thing about musicals, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Attention to detail.
Attention to what the fuck? I hate this musical. It's the worst. Andrew Lloyd Webber, you are a nutcase. I don't understand why people like this. This is stupid. And thus, Taylor Swift's cat.
Love it.
And that's my full cast. That's my cast.
It's beautiful.
Love it. So fun. I think this is going to be another quick one for us.
I think so.
So we've got, I think let's come back to our Atos because we're struggling a bit with that one. There's a couple I think we have to talk through. Which ones that we've locked in, I believe your Traeger as Zolo is correct. I think your Drake as Nicholas Hoult is correct. It's good.
It's just so good.
Yes. I think Melgren as Josh Brolin is also correct. I'm so sorry, Huge. You have been sashayed away.
Huge.
Our Leofin as Adam Sandler.
Love it.
Amazing. Adding in Ferris as Jack Black as a new character.
Inspired.
On
the spot.
Yes. Halden. Do we
I
feel
think
good
you're
about
Halden.
Patrick Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
They look very similar.
Yes.
They could be siblings. He's a baby. Love it. As in like a bitch baby. So Patrick Schwarzenegger as Halden. Our Theophany. I like them both.
I know I like them both too. For different reasons. Like Lady Gaga would ridiculously be like the more serious choice. Anna Camp, sorry about her last name, would be more campy.
I think so.
Not because of her name, but because of her projectile vomitingness.
Exactly.
You know?
I do. It's tough.
Well, okay. So what vibe do we want? A slightly sillier vibe, or do we want a serious vibe?
I think in this
world, in this cast that we have built,
we always tend to go silly. I don't see Lady Gaga being any usable
anywhere else.
No.
I do see Anna Camp being usable possibly elsewhere. Like, she could be one of the Dune priestesses or something as they're going. I have no idea where this story goes. I like Lady Gaga. Another option I thought of was Beyonce. I did think of Beyonce for a moment. And then I was
Who doesn't think of Beyonce at all moments?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I was like, I don't think I can do that though.
That doesn't feel correct, but
I feel strongly about my choice of Lady Gaga. However, I like your choice of Anna Camp too and can see it. So
I am willing to concede. I see them both.
mm-hmm.
I see them both.
Okay.
We haven't always gone silly.
Not always. Do we feel that
Pretty serious.
Lady Gaga is the silly choice?
No, I think Anna Camp is the silly choice.
Yes. I agree. But she also but Anna Camp has like the bitchiness.
Yes.
But Lady Gaga could also have the bitchiness.
I think Lady Gaga could be the scarier, more intimidating version of Theophany.
Yeah.
Whereas Anna Camp is going to be like a mean girl bullying you into becoming Venom.
Yeah. And it's
just like different vibe.
Well, and they're different in each book, I think. That's where I think we're having the issue. Is because she's like the Venom are scary, right? And we're scared of Theophany. She's having nightmares about her.
She's scary. Yeah.
She's scary. And then in this one, she's trying to talk to her. And she's stalking her. Yeah. And so it's hard because it's like, I also think Lady Gaga could be bitchy and scary. I'm not sure that Anna Camp could be scary, but she could be bitchy.
Yes.
So I think for sake of versatility, I think that we should go with Lady Gaga. Okay.
I'm in.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So our Theophany after that is going to be Lady Gaga. Thank you. Welcome to the cast. She is so back, by the way. She is so back.
Yes.
Loved her Coachella performance from
Excellent.
Judas into Abracadabra, Abracadabra into Judas. Love. Amazing. She cannot work in anything else. Okay, and then we are deciding on, I don't think we're deciding on Drake. I think we decided Nicholas Hoult for Drake.
We need Takaris, Talia, Court.
Right.
And Broccoli. Before we talk about Daddy Atos.
Broccoli. Thoughts on Broccoli? Obviously, it's just going to be a cat, so I think we should go with Rachel Dratch.
Obviously.
Okay. It's just going to be a cat.
Just going to be a cat.
So Rachel Dratch is our Broccoli.
Obviously. She's going to be great.
It's just her going, meh.
Going to be fantastic.
Okay, Rachel Dratch is Broccoli.
She's going to win an Oscar.
She's going to win an Oscar. Then we've got, and then I think we're going with your Talia as well, and your Cortland. You have dominated this.
You
really
this
have.
casting.
You really have. Like I said, you can see my frustration in this book because I was like, I don't even fucking care. I don't even care.
Get in here.
I hate these people. None of you mattered. I don't even know why you're in this book. Tandine Newton as Talia Ryerson, Ashton Sanders as King Cortland. We've decided Brendan Fraser as Viscount over Antonio Banderas. Is that correct?
I really like it. I would be happy with either one. Antonio Banderas is.
I also agree. What is our Viscount's age?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's their uncle. Antonio Banderas is maybe, respectfully again, too old.
Right.
He's middle-aged.
Yeah, it feels more middle-aged rather than in his 60s.
Yeah. He's their uncle.
Yeah.
Not their great uncle.
Yeah, I agree. So I think Brendan Fraser has got to be our Viscount Takaris. I want to say Dracarys. Every time. And so that leaves us
with Daddy Atos.
And this is tough.
I mean, we can leave Aidan Gillen where he is. He wouldn't be bad as Carr.
No.
So we could leave him where he is.
I think, but if we're not feeling
Go with
comfortable
Michael
with
Ealy.
it,
It's not
I
that I don't
would-
feel comfortable with it.
I would
I think
like
Michael
to...
Ealy could pull it off too.
Oh, I think he could too.
I
think he could,
absolutely
too.
do.
Um,
And maybe Aidan Gillen needs that little bit of not the worst human ever.
yeah, because
It's not that I wasn't comfortable with him. It's just we had talked.
Well, and John Slattery is pretty spot on, though, for Carr. Also, I think we should leave Aidan Gillen where he is.
Okay. And
I
go
think-
with Michael Ealy.
Michael Ealy.
I like it.
I just for the sake of Violet and everyone on the outside seeing where Dane could have the capabilities of the resemblance of his father so closely.
Well, and I mean, like, I
They have
felt
the
strongly
same
about
house.
it.
Mhm.
I felt strongly about it. And then you pulled up Michael Ealy, and I was like, oof, I might be wrong. So, like,
Now I always struggle putting Man of Color as our main villain,
Big bad.
basically,
Yeah.
as the big bad. However, I don't think he's not the big bad.
he's not the big bad. Yeah.
He's the big damaged, I'm gonna say. I think that he's made some choices that have affected a lot of who he is. Hopefully we find out more about that in the future. So that's it.
That's it.
That was pretty easy. That feels really easy. You dominated this time. I do believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7
7
for yours. And
Uh,
then 1, 2,
of
3,
the 11.
4. And then a Jack Black. You did. You dominated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, and I do think you liked this book. I absolutely love and adore our cast. Good for us. You
I'm
nailed it. We've got
so
Adam
excited.
Sandler. We've got Jack Black.
We have it all.
We
We
have
don't
Patrick
have huge
Schwarzenegger.
Jackman,
We
but
don't
like,
have Hugh Jackman and Antonio Banderas, but we
maybe
have
later.
Brendan Fraser. And later, we just put them in a
Who
little
knows?
collective FanCastic
For
holding
later.
room. They're in the green room. They're on the board.
we're waiting
we
to
bring
come
them
and
in.
join us.
Poor Huge. He's like, come on.
Aw.
Shoot. So he'll be back.
Oh,
But thank you for
Oh my
coming
gosh.
back and hanging out with me all morning and
this
casting
is so fun.
Onyx Storm. Now we have to read a different book so you can come back for season 2.
Okay.
It won't be Red Rising. Fuck that guy.
Good.
It'll be something else. Maybe we do like a fiction, just like a rom-com light fun book. That might be
I
fun.
love it.
There's
That
one
could
called
be-
Summer in the City that I'm interested in reading.
All right.
There's a series called Light Lark I'm interested in reading. And
Just let me
actually,
know, girl.
maybe we do Sunrise on the Reaping if we finally read them together.
Haven't done that yet, so maybe.
Might be a good one. Okay, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And
Thank
a special
you.
appearance by your beautiful son. Your
He's so
second
cute.
beautiful son.
The other one's at daycare.
The other one's at daycare. Behaving. Doing just fine. Okay, I
I'm
love
sure.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode of FanCastic, let us know by leaving us a comment, liking, reviewing, and subscribing to us on YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, or wherever else you listen to us. And don't forget to head to our Instagram and let us know what you think of our fan casts. All fan cast graphics are listed on our Instagram, so sound off in the comments and let us know if you liked our choices, hated our choices, or have a better choice. As always, thank you for listening.